Hello everyone, good evening to one and all present here. I'm Sandhya from MTT. I welcome all the participants on this Sunday evening to our webinar with a small quote. Inner peace begins the moment you choose not to allow another person or an event to control your emotions. Now, I would like to introduce this platform. My Trusted Tutor, MTT, is a marketplace for private tutors, school teachers, corporate trainers, academicians, educators, and all type of educational professionals. Our mission is to make quality education easily and affordably available to all. Now, currently, MTT is conducted 75 plus webinars, and we are in the recruitment process as well for the post of teachers. Along with MTT, I would also like to introduce our speaker of the day, Dr. Sujata Singhi. She is here for giving session on the topic managing emotions with the power of sound. Our speaker, Dr. Sujata ma'am, is honored with doctorate doctorate in literature and music arts from Cambridge at United Kingdoms, and additionally she holds 4 doctorates in the field of sound therapies. She is the founder of MERT, MERT, Music and Emotion Release Therapies. She is also a bestseller author of bestseller book, Power of Sound. She currently contributes research for frequency studies for the Neuro Brain Project funded by international governments. Now, I request the participants for whom it's possible turn on the videos for the better experience. And at the and a reminder that a feedback form will be provided at the end of this session for attendance and certificate to all the participants. Now, I hand over the session to Dr. Sujata ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sandhya, and thank you, MTT, for this beautiful platform to share something about myself and the work that I do. And of course, this concept about how to handle emotions with the power of sound has been very close to my heart, and especially during the lockdown, wherein I have conducted more than 300 such sessions and talks, not only for Indian participants, but for across the world. So thank you so much. And this makes it the 301 episode of my workshops on or talk on mental awareness, wellness with emotional intelligence to handle your life, not just in this lockdown, but also during the times which is going to be seen once we are all back into being free birds. Talking about emotions, I would like to put up one question to all of you. In your head, you could think of what is that one emotion which triggers something in your beingness. When I say beingness, is something gets stirred within you. So what is that one emotion? You could probably think it in your head, or if you feel like sharing, you can just just unmute yourselves and come in here and share what is that one emotion which triggers. Yes, we have Kamalika who says it's anger. Wonderful. You can just put on your chat box that one emotion which triggers something in you and how we can work towards handling it. So far, I've received only one emotion called trigger. Fine. Oh, happiness. Wonderful. Yes. So when we say emotions, people generally think it's only the negative one. But yes, there is also sadness. Yes. So we have Vraja Priyavani who's put up sadness. And this way, if we have to ask ourselves, we are constantly burdened by emotions. When I say burdened, yes, I'm going to talk about negative emotions. Though the triggers of happiness are light and the emotions don't weigh us down, the emotions related to the ones which weighs us down are the negative ones. Before I start with this process, the most important aspect which I'm here to talk about is its correlation to sound. Sound, as a sound therapist and a researchist, having worked in the departments of oncology in different parts of India as well as abroad, I can say that there is something within us which needs to be triggered to activate our self-healing mechanism. And that can be very well aided by using sound and frequencies. So welcome to the world of sound to handle your emotions. With a warm welcome and namaste to all of you. I begin this journey of talk for the next 45 minutes here. So to begin with, what is sound? You can put on the chat, what is sound? Good afternoon. Yes, I would like to ask all of you the question, what is sound? Now, there is nothing as a right or a wrong answer to it, because everybody is aware about what is sound, and you may have your own perception about it. And every perception is right. Anything that is audible, very right. I put up the question again, vibration, yes, very right. I would like you all to be very quick with this, because we have quite a lot to cover today. That's what's running in my head. Yes, what is sound? Sound is any voice. Yes, very true. It can be soothing, it can be disturbing, very right. Anybody else? I would really want all of you to participate, because this particular session is going to be a lot of interaction. Anything you can hear? Yes, Saida, that's right. Musical, yes. Yes, Manisha, that sounds pretty good. What else? I'm looking at more understanding about sound. Now, this question, when it comes up, there would be so many answers to that. Well, much not waiting much time now, I start with what is sound. As you all have mentioned, yes, sound is vibration, sound is calmness, sound is happiness, it's regeneration, it is energy. Yes, Nishta puts it as regeneration, energy, wonderful. There are so many concepts to sound. Now, coming to the basics of sound. Sound is something with which we are born. The Big Bang Theory has proven that because of the collision which happened, the whole of the solar system came into existence. And when it came into existence, after millions of years, we came into existence. That is, life came to existence. And again, after millions of years, we, the most complex system called as humans, came into being. Now, we human beings are part of that universal energy. We are part of that particular energy which was blasted and which was brought into various molecules, various atoms, and we are one of them, one of that small atom, which has been multiplied to create this complex being called as human being. Now, this complexity with which we are born is sound in itself. There is a beautiful music which runs in our body. There is a beautiful rhythm which is constantly playing in our body. And there is a beautiful flow of musical notes which is being formed in our body. Now, you may wonder, what am I talking? I would request all of you to place your hands on your heart and just focus on what you feel. You will feel a rhythm. And this rhythm is very rhythmic. When this rhythm is rhythmic, we are in a good state of physical, mental, emotional, and being spiritually connected. Now, what is this sound? It is the rhythm of life, the heartbeat. So beautifully created. Every music has a rhythm and it has melody. So the rhythm, it's taken care of. Now the melody, where is the melody? The flow of the fluids in the body, that is 72% of the fluids in our body, which is constantly flowing, is having its own beautiful melody, just as a flowing river has. But because of the chaos in our environment, because of the stress that we live with, because of all those things which keeps running in our head, we are not able to listen, enjoy, or feel this beautiful music which is constantly played in our body. And the main culprit here is the mind. The body is in complete, beautiful unison creating music, but the mind is always somewhere else. It is always preoccupied in the unknown or dwelling in the past, which is already known and gone. So there's a big bridge which we need to cross called as the present to be able to listen to this music. Now, when I'm talking about this music, something very interesting comes to my mind. There is another musical instrument which has been given to all of us, and that is the voice. Now, this voice is the connect between our mind and our body. Have you ever wondered that when we are angry, our body has a different vibration? Either we could sweat on our palms, or the heartbeat goes fast, or the body shakes or shivers. And you would have noticed that even the voice gets shaky, either in fear or in anger. There is something which happens to us in our voice as well. So this musical instrument, called as the whole of this voice system, is one which portrays what is happening within our body. So how tuned we are can very much be assessed by the voice. A person who is able to have a good control over the voice, who is able to portray and express through the voice, will somehow be able to manage their emotions. But if a person who is not able to express, that is, this whole of this throat is not allowed to express, then diseases comes in. Now you may wonder, what is the connection? The whole body is a vibrational system. Each and every organ in our body is a vibrational system. If we are not able to let out the excess energies, the excess vibration which has been created in the form of stress, then it will be suppressed inside our body. And when it is suppressed in the body, it is going to affect the organs which are connected, which are going to be not just affected, but would lead to ailments. One simple example is a person who is not able to express would often have issues with regards to respiration, that is bronchitis, asthma, allergies, and also will have issues with regards to the heart chakra. Now you may wonder, what is this heart chakra? The chakras are our energy portals. We need to cleanse it, we need to nurture it, we need to energize it on a regular basis to allow the system to work in a proper format. Everything in the universe is a frequency, and every frequency can be studied and can be assessed. If our universal frequency is 528 hertz and we are vibrating at a frequency which is just 251, you can imagine where we are and how we can move ahead in life. This long gap between what the frequency you are vibrating at and what is the frequency that the universe is vibrating at. Now, when I talk about the universe, it's not to do about the universe. We look at the sun, the stars. The universe which I'm talking about is that atom within our body, which was first formed when the Big Bang, whole Big Bang episode came in the picture. That is your own true self. And when this own true self is not able to vibrate at the frequency which is its core, diseases crop up in multiple forms. In fact, I can give you a very good example of how, when I was working in a hospital in Malaysia, and in that hospital there was a girl, a 14-year-old girl, who was having a severe condition of an autoimmune disorder called as muscular myositis. And this little girl, 14-year-old girl, was hospitalized for 28 days with no benefit, with no improvement in her health, and was put on steroids, which is really not good for a young girl at the age 14 when a whole of the endocrine system is getting activated. When her frequencies were studied, of course, I was called in from India and I had to study her frequencies because that's where I specialize in. And when I studied her frequencies, it was found that she was vibrating at a frequency which was very low. And to enhance that, I had to use specific apparatus. And when it was induced into her, we were able to, in fact, the whole system worked on her and she was able to revive. And today she's all fine. 28th day, when she was hospitalized, I thought that I would not be able to help much. But yes, frequencies induced, all fine. She went back home. So cutting the long story short, when certain things don't work, we definitely have to open ourselves to understanding that there are many more things available. We only have to change our perspectives and understand that the universe is full of solutions. So the first step with regards to our emotional self and the whole process of being in stress is to understand that there is always a solution to every problem that we encounter in life. There is no lock without a key, and the universe has provided a key for every lock. On that note, I would be sharing a number of tips with regards to how you can use my YouTube channel to get access to those frequencies, which is being used worldwide and help number of people in this pandemic as well. The fun question which I would like to ask all of you, you can unmute or you can put on the chat is, if you're angry, what happens to you? Just put a one word. Do you shiver? Do you sweat? Do you go red on the face? Does your blood pressure go up? Anything. You can just put it on the chat. What happens to you when you're angry? I would just give maybe 30 seconds so that you can quickly share what happens to you when you're angry. Red face, yes. Yes, crying, very true. Palpitation, sweaty palm, tension increases. Yes, I think most general what happens has been shared. Now, why does it happen? This happens because the organs which are related to my solar starts fluttering. Yes, very right. Now, what happens is the whole of our system, the human body is made to enjoy life. We are made to handle life in a way that in the end we are only enjoying. But what happens in this whole process is somewhere we look for instant gratification. Somewhere we start looking at a problem as our personal problem. In fact, anger, as it is rightly said, is the punishment you give yourself for somebody else's mistake. So today onwards, we will look at how we use the sound frequencies so that you don't take up somebody else's mistakes and somebody else's burden onto yourself and have a red face, cry, or have palpitations, sweaty palms. No need of that. How do we do that? We will be doing a meditation process. I wouldn't call a meditation process, it's a frequency process, which I'm sure you're all going to enjoy, and you will be able to understand how and which part of your life needs more attention. Now, it's not just about anger, it is about any emotion, frustration, depression, sadness, angst. It could be just anything, disappointment. Now, anything, all these are forms of emotions, and these forms of emotions can be handled. How does sound help? Now, I wouldn't explain much about how our brain has been formed, but I would talk about one part of the brain called as the amygdala. The amygdala is the one which actually connects to all our vibrations and helps us understand fight or flight. But during our reaction mode, that is when we are angry, we are basically reacting. In our reaction mode, we tend to push ourselves to prove ourselves right or feel offended and go into a backseat of crying. Now, both are these forms of expression of emotions, anger. When we talk about anger, anger disturbance comes number one with regards to frequency. A person who can handle anger will be able to handle half of the frequencies of his life. So the first thing which we need to handle is anger, because anger it's a root which paves way for various other issues in life with regards to emotions and the physical impact on the human being. Now, anger doesn't remain with you, it radiates to you in every form. And when it radiates to you, you will understand that you do not keep your anger to yourself. You radiate your anger to each and every organ in your body, in each and every cell of your body. And when that is radiated, you eventually bow yourself down to that particular aspect called as the boulders of life. We need to shed those boulders of life. We need to throw away those boulders of life that is of the past. If we have to do it now, we need to understand we do not have to take up those boulders at all. It is somebody else's boulder. Do not react. Choose to respond by telling yourself that this is not a part of me. It is not a part of the life which I want for myself. And this is not going to help me reach my goals in life. So you will have one important thing to ask yourself. Do you go with your mind or you take your mind with you? I repeat. Do you go with your mind or do you take your mind with you? Based on that, you will have your emotions ruling you or you ruling your emotions. On that note, we will be now starting with the process of understanding what you do, ruling the mind or the mind ruling you. Before we start with the process, I would like to share something which is called as my book, Power of Sound. So those of you who would like to know more about it, because we don't have much time to explain everything, You can read this book, which is available on Amazon. And you can go to my website, which is sujatasinghi.com, and find out more details. Now, we are going to start the process, and I would request all of you to kindly come on video if possible. Kindly come on video so I know which state you are in right now emotionally.
Participants, can you turn on your videos, please? It's video. Yeah.
Okay, so now I would request all of you to be comfortably seated in the place you are in. If you feel that your back hurts or you're not very comfortable, you can place a cushion, or if possible, if you feel like, you can also lie down, but just let me see you once so that I know whether you can be in that state or you need to be lying down. And secondly, have a sip of water, because when we induce sound, 72% of the body being water, we need to be well hydrated. Now, this is all about emotions, so you can just be well as comfortable as possible, and no need to push yourself to be having your spine erect. You can be very comfortable. You can have a cushion, you can lie down, you can do whatever, because after this, you can mute your videos and be in your states. Okay, I hope all of you are ready and we can start with the process. Just put a thumbs up so I know yes. Okay, yes, thank you. So now I would request you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in to quieten your mind, and again gently breathe out. Gentle breaths in and out to relax your mind and your body. As you continue breathing in and out, feel your shoulders drop to the gravitation of the earth. Your hands getting relaxed. Your spine getting relaxed. And the whole of your body, slowly and gently, calming down. Continue with the gentle inhalations and exhalations. Tell yourself, I choose to let go all those emotions which have been holding me back. I allow my body to be relaxed as my mind now opens up to release all those emotions which has been weighing me down, be it anger, disappointment, frustration, or any form of an emotion which no more serves me. Gently inhale and exhale. Feel the vibrations radiate into each and every cell of your body. At this point of time, ask yourself, do I go with your mind, or does my mind make me wander? Is my mind where my body is? Choose to align your mind and your body. Inhale happiness, exhale joy. Inhale happiness, exhale joy. Feel the vibrations move in circular motions in your head. As the waves move in your head, feel a cleansing process happening. And as it happens, gently take a deep breath in and breathe out. With every breath, feel both your shoulders getting relaxed, releasing all the tensions which is held back due to those emotions in your physical body. Slowly and gently shift your focus to the center of your heart and choose to let go any deep-rooted negative feelings which has been embedded there. Deeply inhale and gently exhale. Feel your respiration getting smoother as the vibrations activate your heart chakra, bringing it back to alignment. Slowly and gently shift your focus to your solar plexus around your navel. And choose to let go all those triggers of anger, pain, frustration or disappointment which has been stored in this chakra. Allow sound to expel the negativity from this chakra and open you to a new light in your life. Now, very gently come back and focus on your breath, choosing to let go all that which had been accumulated in your mental and physical body. And tell yourself, now on, I choose to take my mind with me instead of my mind taking me along. In this deep state of relaxation, you may feel that you have now gone into a slumber, which is perfect. In this consciousness, very gently take a deep breath in and slowly bring your awareness back into the physical space, the conscious space you are in. Telling yourself that you are the co-creator of your life and you choose to use your emotions to help build a new life rather than burden you down or weigh you down by the reactions which are created. You make the choice of a response today. Feel strong and happy deep within and slowly open your eyes. You may now slowly open your eyes and a warm welcome to all of you, wishing you all a good and a happy life ahead, wherein you rule your life rather than your emotions, the negative emotions burdening you down. So I hope all of you had a taste of some interesting vibrations which could help your life be better. In fact, I really use this and on a regular basis enjoy doing it. So I guess sometime, somewhere, you all have enjoyed it too. Okay, so if you have any queries, please feel free to connect to me. You can also join in for the weekly free sessions, which I conduct every day, every week. And now in this Navratri, we are doing it for 9 days, which is going to be free from 6 to 6:30 p.m. Those who would like to join in, please feel to connect to me. I will add you onto the group and you can just go ahead with mental wellness. Each day, one emotion is what we are targeting. So I guess since there are no more questions coming up,
Questions? Yes, ma'am.
yes, so
We
we
came to an
we
end, I
can
hope.
we can come to an end to this session. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Yes, by what you have shared, it may give me a satisfaction that I could do my best to help you all. Thank you so much. And over to MTT.
Yes, ma'am. So I want to give you a thank you note on behalf of MTT. So yes, I hope each participants have understood what is sound and how sound plays with your emotion. I mean our emotion. Thank you, Sujata ma'am, for explaining the science behind sound. And I will yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's obviously you did it, ma'am. And I will also like to thank all the participants for participating this in this wonderful session. Thank you and have a nice day.